Welcome to the Small Axe Podcast. It's your boy Nico, the multifamily family man. We are going to talk about everything regarding multifamily real estate investing. Stick with me. This podcast episode is going to be epic. I think one of the biggest mistakes investors make is believing the next deal will solve all of their problems. I know that because I used to think that way. I would spend hours underwriting every single new opportunity that comes online in depth, like a psycho boy, talking to brokers, which I still do, looking at listings, begging for somebody to find me a listing, going everywhere, reaching under magic carpets to find listings. I was a cray-cray dude, running numbers. And guys, okay, don't get me wrong. You need to keep your pipeline full for sure. You need to always be looking at deals for sure. I get it. But over the years, I've realized something. Sometimes the highest return on your next dollar is not buying another property. It's improving the ones that you already own. All right, I get it. So like I said in my last podcast, buying is the most exciting thing for me. Acquisitions is what really gets me going. I want to rip and roar and acquire deals all day long and look at deals all day long. I love underwriting. I love talking to brokers. I love negotiating, but it's a new market today. And we have to be able to pivot, temper our little childlike emotions to go try to buy new deals in every single deal that's online. Because number one, I can't. I don't have the funds to do so. Number two, I am completely overwhelmed and occupied by operating my deals, which need to be successful. So closing on a deal might feel like progress for many of us. To me, it always does, obviously. But I've been also realizing that the work that creates the most value is going to happen after closing anyway. So it's a critical time to be focusing on our current portfolios. You too, guys, not just me. So this year alone, I've spent more time talking to lenders than brokers. I've been working through refinances, reviewing insurance renewals, appealing property taxes, talking with property managers, looking at delinquency, trying to brainstorm and try different ideas for increasing occupancy, increasing collections, planning out renovations very differently from how I used to plan renovations, because today's market has changed significantly to where a big renovation might not get you the ROI that you're looking for. So you have to test things out. I've been trying to figure out where every dollar can be spent for the biggest return. None of that makes for exciting Instagram content, but it makes for better investments. I think that investors sometimes underestimate how valuable small operational improvements can be. Maybe collections improve by 2%. Maybe you reduce turnover. Maybe you negotiate an extended lease. Maybe you renew at a very slight increase just to keep a good tenant, or no increase at all. Maybe you can negotiate a better insurance policy with a different carrier. Maybe you eliminate unnecessary expenses. Perhaps you don't need to mow the lawn during the dry season. Maybe you renovate a handful of units and increase rents. Maybe you don't really renovate. Maybe you just paint. Maybe you put lipstick on a pig for some units, full renovations for other units, test the waters and see which gives the best ROI. And individually, guys, none of these things seem life-changing or thrilling or fun at all, really. But if you stack them all together, little incremental, tiny, itty-bitty changes, that's how your NOI grows. That's how valuations change for a refi, for a sale, for a broker opinion of value. That's how you create value. Yes, so 5 little changes of 1 to 2% increases in enhanced operations can seriously improve the valuation of your property, even though cap rates have expanded. Okay? You have to do what you can under those operating pressures. Because those of you in the commercial multifamily real estate world know that even these little modest increases in NOI can certainly translate to significantly increased property values. You know that, I know that. So let's get cranking and working and operating well. So I also think that today's market is forcing investors to become better operators. I talked about this in my last podcast. I say it a lot. And on a lot of my social media clips, it is very important to operate today. 5 years ago, we all know that rising rents covered up a lot of the mistakes that were happening. People were able to flip properties very quickly. Today, you can't do that. Margins are much tighter today. Debt costs a lot more. Insurance costs more. taxes are more, lenders are asking tougher questions to get you qualified for a loan. And that means that every operational decision matters more than it used to. I think some investors spend too much time looking for the next acquisition that they forget to maximize the opportunities that are already sitting right in front of them in their current portfolio, me included. So I am guilty of this. I'm always looking for a new deal because that's what gets me excited. But I've been tampering that excitement. I've been focusing more and more on ensuring that my portfolio is successful. So imagine like buying another apartment building while ignoring thousands of dollars of value that is sitting right in front of you in the ones that you already own. And that's backwards thinking. Yeah, it might be exciting to go acquire a new deal, but it's backwards. Growth isn't always about adding more. And I'm learning that as an entrepreneur as I go forward. Sometimes, and many times, it's about improving what you already have, even if it's incremental, tiny improvements. I've noticed my own calendar has changed. Early on, I spent a lot of my time trying to buy everything, trying to talk to new investors, see who wants to invest with me, buy another deal, get involved in multifamily real estate. And today, yes, I still love it, but I spend so much more time, so much more of the percentage of my week, so many days and hours focusing on making sure that the properties that we already own perform as well as they possibly can, because it's so important. There are tight margins everywhere, and that's where the real value is created. So here's something to think about. Before you spend the next month chasing another acquisition, ask yourself one question. If someone handed me $100,000 to invest with today, would my highest return come from buying another property or making the properties that I already own better? And you got to think carefully about this. Sometimes the answer is yes, another acquisition. But sometimes the best deal you'll ever do is the one you've already closed. You just haven't finished creating all of its value yet. So guys, I am with you. I am in the trenches. If you're new to this, understand how challenging it is, but don't quit. And if you are experienced, understand that you need to shift your focus today to operating well. Acquisitions get the headlines, the photo finish. Operations build wealth. Go out there and become the best operator that you can be. And when the market does shift, you will be in a position to capitalize on that and win, win, win for your family. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Small Acts Podcast. Your attention truly means the world to me. Please leave a rating and write a review. Also, share this episode with somebody that you think could get value from it. Remember, it only takes a small act to build a lasting empire. So get out there and start building your own.